rains in the Amazon, it pours. So this is the cacao fruit, and you can actually eat it, you can drink out of it.
So the cacao fruit grows here in the Amazon.
This fermented, and inside we have the entire cocoa bean.
Trying a brigadeiro right by the Amazon River.
The roots are as big as a regular tree. When it rains in the Amazon, it pours. Good morning, guys, from Belém in Brazil.
We have another fun day ahead of us. We are going to Kombu Island. There are 25 islands around Belém. We are going to be learning how they make chocolate. So we've been consuming a lot of acai and chocolate, but we don't really know how it's made. So it'll be good to go behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes where it really comes from.
It's raining, so that'll make for an interesting day.
Alright, now we're getting on a boat.
So to get to the Kombu Island, you come to this terminal. You would buy a boat ticket for around 20 real to get to the island. Today we're taking a private tour, so we won't be taking the one that most people would normally take.
So I'm not sure if this is normal or not in Brazil or around the world, but there's a gas station over here for boats, and it looks just like a car's gas station. The sign, the pumps, everything, so you just pull up your boat and you get gas just like you would a car. I think it's usually different than that. I haven't seen what looks like a car gas station for boats, so I thought they'd be completely different. But take a look at this, it's just like a floating gas station.
Alright, we're getting on the boat. This is gonna be awesome. The Kombu Island, we have heard such great things about. This speedboat is covered by a tarp to protect us from the wind and the rain. Before we begin our journey, we are stopping at a gas station, an island gas station actually.
A floating gas station.
A floating gas station. This is a first.
I've been on many boats, but I've never been to a gas station while on a boat.
Here it is.
Who's going up? There's the pump, just like a regular gas station. Okay, we just filled up our boat. This is the floating gas station. They even have like a convenience store. Just like a regular gas station. You can buy chips and drinks. Wow. Cigarettes. Cigarettes? Wow. That's awesome. So just like our ride the other day, we're gonna have a ride with emotion, as the Brazilians say. Were painted as part of a social project, and it is awesome. They were all different colors, there are murals. It doesn't seem like it belongs in the Amazon. So something you always have to think about in Brazil is the tides and the changing of waters. It has affected our plans many times so far since we've been in Brazil, and now is no exception. We're on our way to see how acai is made in the jungle, but the tide is too high, so we can't get in right now. So So we're gonna go see some chocolate and the chocolate making process, and then we will be back. We're gonna learn a little bit about chocolate, where it comes from, where the best chocolate in the world comes from. Wow. So this needle is from this tree here.
Palm tree of Papunya. Cacao fruit right there. That is how they make chocolate, with that fruit. Baby cacao fruit.
Even more babier.
Wow.
Can barely even see it.
So if you want to know where chocolate comes from, this is how it starts. We just have a picture here. So this is the cacao fruit, and you can actually eat it, you can drink out of it. We did that in another video, if you saw that, but it was red. It was this large red fruit. And it was actually really good. It was sweet. It has nothing to do with chocolate as far as anyone would know.
The flavor is nothing like it.
Yeah, so the chocolate comes from the cacao seed, which is much different than the flavor of the fruit. Who knew? We didn't. We're here where they're showing us the chocolate making process. They make it here.
So the cacao fruit grows here in the Amazon, in Brazil, and we had no idea how much work went into making chocolate, or even just the cacao nibs. From the time they get it from the fruit, the seed from the fruit, it takes around 15 to 16 days just to make cacao nibs.
So let's go over there and check out how they make it.
Until 14 to 16 days process. This fermented seeds that we call the cocoa bean, we remove the shell, this husks.
So first you remove the cacao seed, and then you remove the pulp and everything around the seed, and then it becomes this, the cacao bean. And from there starts the process. From the bean, you get the nibs like this.
And we're going to make the first transformation. We're going to free the cocoa butter from the inside part of the bean. Less. Now,
Put the nibs in this machine, crank them out, and then it comes out like this. Forms a bar.
you can try, for example,
It
this.
smells so good.
This rod.
So there are a lot of steps that go into making chocolate, the type of chocolate that you see at a store, into a milk chocolate bar. So it starts with the cacao fruit. They take the seeds from the cacao fruit, they remove the pulp, and they dry the seeds for about 6 days. They put them in a wooden box. After that, then they put the seeds in the sun and they ferment for about 4 to 10 days. Then when that's ready, there are a lot more steps that go into it after that. So to get a bar of chocolate, it probably takes a good 20 to 30 days.
So we have a cacao brownie here, and this is another way they consume the brigadeiro. We usually see it as the sphere, as the ball that you see around, but you can do it kind of as like a pudding that you spoon it out with. So this is the inside of a brigadeiro as we know it.
You can put this on top of the brownie to add a little extra flavor, almost like a frosting.
Looks awesome.
Wow. Delicious.
So much cacao. Cacao heaven. And little boats going by as we try these things. Look where we are. Hola.
Trying a brigadeiro right by the Amazon River. This probably is going to be the best brigadeiro we've ever had. We've had a few here. For those of you who don't know, brigadeiro is cacao, condensed milk, and sugar into a bowl. You can see the real cacao nibs on the top of that.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's good. It's not as sweet as other brigadeiros that I've had, but I actually prefer that. You get more of the real authentic flavor of the cacao.
We're trying everything.
Alright, so one way they eat this chocolate is with the kupuasu jelly. So we have some kupuasu and then some cacao nibs. Never seen something like this before. Let's give it a try. Wow, it's like a burst of flavor. That jelly has a lot of flavor. The nibs are not sweet. If you've ever had plain chocolate without sugar, just like the nibs, they're not sweet. They're crunchy. They're a little bitter. It's just the cacao flavor. Okay, we have some chocolate milk here, made right here.
Okay, it's good. One more.
This is good. Thank you. These are some of the biggest trees in the Amazon. This is the Samauma tree. This thing is huge. We're basically just within the roots of it right now. The roots are as big as a regular tree. It is wide and tall, and we can't even really show you that on this camera. So this is a cacao tree. So you'll see them on here. There aren't very many of them, and they're very small. This tree is like 25 years old, and it's just a little bit taller than us.
So they can use these fruits for chocolate production when they're about 6 months old. This one is 4 months old. This is only a few weeks old. And then you'll see even little baby ones that might be even just a few days old. One of these fruits after 6 months will produce about 50 grams of chocolate, which really isn't that much. It's about 1 to 2 bars of chocolate.
That's hard to believe because they have a whole chocolate production here, but we don't see many trees around here, and they don't farm them. They don't plant these trees all over. They just
They leave it natural.
They take the trees as they come, naturally as they came here. So you'll see just a few trees here, but they make a bunch of bars of chocolate somehow. But like they said, one of these trees will produce maybe 20, 25 fruits that they can use. So that's only like 20 to 30 bars of chocolate for a 6-month period.
It's been pretty amazing to visit this place and learn where chocolate comes from, because we all eat chocolate every day, we see it around, but I think most people don't really know where it comes from. At least I never did. I never knew it came from a fruit and how much work went into it, that it took 20 to 30 days just to make a bar of chocolate. Crazy.
Yeah. Now let's get back to the boat and we're gonna see how acai is made. We've been waiting for this. So as you guys know, we put out videos on YouTube, we put out as much content as we can, but we can't put out everything on YouTube. We also have shorter video clips and photos that we can't put here.
So if you want to see more, follow us on Instagram, Lindsay Travelbum,
And Alexander Travelbum. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video.
If you want to see more videos like this one, click one of these.
And subscribe right here because we're traveling all around the world and we're sharing the whole thing